Chapter 1. Preparing for the wedding. 2 years. We have been planning this wedding for 2 whole years. And I'd be lying if I said I wouldn't be happy to see the end. My sister deserves this, she really does, but I just can't take it anymore. How many times? I slap my hand down on the oak table as yet another pair of gammas walk past me carrying a heavy cedar log. How many times do I have to tell you that the guest seating needs to be placed in the meadow, where the wedding is taking place? Sorry, second princess. We'll move it right away. I roll my eyes at the man. He clearly has no sense of direction. But what bothers me more than anything else is that this pack sees me as nothing more than the second princess. Like I don't have a personality of my own. Or a name for that fact. Daciana. Tala shouts as she hops toward me. I stifle a groan as the sight of my sister, with her perfect blonde locks and athletic body, invades my vision. Her long white dress sways with the wind as she approaches, and I can't help but stare in awe. Like a true princess, she never manages to look anything but her best. And I can't help but wonder how I ever ended up with her as my sister. I love Tala with all my heart, but she's so perfect and I'm just the second princess. That's why Daddy arranged her a prince, and I'm stuck planning the damn wedding. Hey sis. I put on my best fake smile as she takes a seat next to me. Are you ready for your big day? Tala squeals in her seat. Look, it finally came. I take her extended hand and examine the massive ring on her finger. It's as if it was made just for her. An intricate ring of smaller white diamonds surrounds the massive pink diamond, just like our pack surrounds her. Wow, I breathe. This guy must have done his research. There is no way he could get you this without knowing you. I know, right? It's as if we were made for each other, she says, clutching her hands to her chest. Her words send a pang through my chest. Tala isn't wife material, she never has been, and everyone knows it. She doesn't believe in the mate bond. And she doesn't even want this. She's just marrying this man because Daddy told her to. A princess must do what's right for her pack. And apparently, what's right for this pack is to marry into a bigger, stronger pack. Apparently, not even the alpha understands the concept of a mate bond. For the two of them, power means everything and consequences be damned. You know. I cut myself off before I can fully consider saying the words. What? Tala asks, concerned by the tone of my voice. I turn toward my sister and tuck a stray strand of hair behind her ear as I consider my next words. We've had this discussion so many times I've lost count. But it still makes me feel like I'm overstepping. Tala, I really think you should wait. Taking her hands in mine, I twirl the massive ring around her finger. Your mate is out there somewhere. You just need to be patient. He scoffs. Mates are a thing for people like you. People who believe in true love. People who can afford to wait for it. I'm not that lucky. I have duties and responsibilities. There is an entire pack relying on me to keep them safe. But does it have to happen this way? I ask, finally finding my voice. Does the future alpha of the Silver Moon pack really have to be sold to some bloodthirsty warmonger from across the plains? Tala laughs. He's not some bloodthirsty whatever you called him. He's an alpha. Alpha. Of the Blood Paw pack. Seriously, bloodthirsty warmonger is like in their name. I stifle a smile. Plus, his reputation precedes him. Everyone knows how dangerous Endon really is. That's what makes this such a good fit, she says, squeezing my hands. With him by our side, we'll never have to worry again, Desai. He could save this pack from extinction. She has a point. The strategic advantage this would give us is amazing. But that doesn't change destiny. Nothing can, and many wolves have had to learn that lesson the hard way. I don't want my sister to be one of them. There are so many things that could go wrong in this situation. I mean, she could find her mate and call the whole marriage off. Imagine what that would mean for our pack. Or even worse, he could find his mate and turn his entire pack against us. That would be the beginning of the end for Silver Moon. He could tear this pack to shreds with the nod of his head. This is not the type of man a woman wants to be messing around with. He isn't even the type of man a woman wants to get involved with. And that makes me wonder, why this? Why now? What on earth is the Blood Paw Pack planning? Tala, this could be our extinction. Endon is known for his ruthlessness. He is known for tearing alphas apart with his bare hands. Surely there has to be a better match out there for you. And I'm known as the party princess. What's that supposed to say? That I'm a slut that can't keep my shit together for the safety of my pack. Well, that's exactly what it's supposed to mean. Tala has a reputation for pissing people off and causing wars. Her chilled attitude and big mouth have caused more problems for this pack than we could handle. The last time things went south, she vanished for a year. It was only then that we found out she gave some rogue a big mouth and ended up in one of his cages. For the entire year, he used her as a slave. He even bragged about what they were doing to her, so Daddy would give them some of his land. It took a war to get her out. A war that sliced our population in half. Hey! Tala shouts, dragging me from my thoughts. You're going the wrong way. The two gammas who had words with me earlier were back, holding yet another cedar log. And once again they were going in the wrong direction. I can't believe it, I mumble. These morons can pull together a war, but they can't set up for a wedding. Tala giggles. I have to go. She gives me a tight hug before letting the gammas feel her wrath. And in an instant she's gone. With a sigh I push myself up. The sun is setting, and I wouldn't be doing my job if I weren't checking on the progress we've made. I grab my coffee and stroll to the meadow. The path is lined with white lilies, creating a perfect aisle for the bride-to-be. My fingers run along the tips of the flowers as a sharp pain shoots through my heart. Only. As the sun sets, I reach the meadow and my breath catches in my throat. The large cedar logs that form the guest seating are covered in cherry blossom leaves. The aisle itself is white from the blossom rain, and the fairy lights are creating a dim, golden glow around the chapel. A venue fit for a princess, I mumble as my feet stop at the edge of the aisle. This is what I've always wanted. This is what I envisioned when I thought of the perfect wedding. I take a moment to absorb the view, then close my eyes and allow myself to picture my dream wedding. A long white dress with intricate floral patterns. The entire pack seated, waiting to see me walk down the aisle. My father standing at my side as we prepare to make the entrance. And my mate, a man with pitch-black hair and green eyes, waiting for me at the altar. Suddenly my dream moment shifts. I'm no longer the bride Tala is. And this is no longer the perfect wedding. The white petals are stained with crimson. Tala is screaming, her white dress covered in blood, as my father's lifeless body falls at her feet. My mate has turned into a vicious monster. A pitch-black wolf with piercing green eyes that are now locked on me. A snarl rips through his blood-soaked lips, and before I can comprehend what's happening, he's chasing me. Daciana! The familiar voice pierces through the horrible vision, and I couldn't be more relieved. My heart is slamming against the walls of my chest, and suddenly, the beautiful sight is corrupted. I no longer see what it is that made me envision my own wedding. All I see in the meadow is death. There you are, Gabby says as she rounds the corner. I've been looking all over for you. I open my mouth to speak, but no words come out. The shock to my system was just too much. The scenes keep replaying in my mind as if they had actually happened. And I can't help but wonder why. You look like you've seen a ghost, Gabby says, wiping the hair away from my clammy face. I shake my head, trying to convince us both that I hadn't. But the gesture wasn't as reassuring as it seemed. Why on earth did I see those things? Is it because I don't feel comfortable with how Tala is planning on spending her life? Or is there more to it? Could it be that I saw what would happen on her wedding day? Is this entire sham of a wedding a trap so Endon can finally claim our pack without having to bind himself to anyone? The realization sends a chill down my spine. I need to talk to my father before it's too late. I need to end this madness before it gets us all killed.